Hi everybody, I'm Carol and this is Over 50, So What? To start off with today, we're going to have some more discussions with Dr. Michael Elstein. We're talking about Alzheimer's and dementia, something that concerns most of us over 50. And just what is the difference between the two of them? And what is a better way to talk about it? Now you'll see in the fitness segment after the break, I'm wearing normal everyday clothes to encourage you. Get up, whatever you're wearing, and join in. And to finish with today, we've been in lockdown way too long. It's time now to make plans to go out and explore Australia. You may not know it, but the Australian Camps Association runs Great Getaways, programs designed especially for us 55 plus. So now's the time to make plans, get out of the house, meet some new people and try some new indoor and outdoor activities. Today on Energy for Life, we continue our conversation with Dr. Michael Elstein, specialist in anti-aging and longevity medicine. We're going to continue our discussion about dementia, short-term memory loss and Alzheimer's. Dr. Elstein is a fellow of the American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine and the Australian College of Nutritional and Environmental Medicine. He has presented to numerous seminars around the world and has written multiple books, including The Wellness Guide to Preventing the Diseases of Aging, You Have the Power, and Eternal Health. Hi Michael, welcome back to Over 50 So What?
Great to be back on your show, Carol.
Now last year we talked about the immune system, and I understand that recently you've been writing some articles and doing some research into memory loss, dementia, Alzheimer's. Those two words, dementia and Alzheimer's, which are very, very scary words. What's the difference between both of them?
Alzheimer's is a form of dementia, and there are other causes of dementia like vascular dementia. So vascular dementia also causes brain degeneration, and that's when you have strokes associated with high blood pressure. And that's like having a heart attack. So when you have a brain attack, part of your brain dies. That's when you have a stroke, and that's that's vascular dementia. And there are other forms of dementias as well, which sadly Robin Williams had a kind of dementia called Lewy body dementia, where he had the buildup of other toxins in the brain. So it's all about either the circulation breaking down and you get a brain stroke or a brain heart attack, or you get a buildup of toxins in the brain, which actually we all get as we get older. So the toxin that's associated with Alzheimer's is something called amyloid. Amyloid is thought, although we don't really know for sure what causes Alzheimer's, it's the overaccumulation of amyloid in the brain. But we all get amyloid. We all have some level of amyloid in our brain, but we can limit the amount that amyloid damages our brain by doing those things we've just talked about: the nutrients, the diet, the exercise, the juggling, the piano playing. All those sorts of things can limit the amount of harm that the amyloid does.
Yes, I've heard people refer to the fact that they've got amyloidosis or something as well, which obviously is a precursor to Alzheimer's or something similar.
Yes, and we all have amyloidosis. We all have things happening in our brains that are damaging, but there are people, people live till 100 and beyond with very active mental function who have amyloid, but those people are staying mentally engaged and working and doing the kind of things rather than watching TV and vegetating that keep their brains stimulated, and so that limits the amount of harm that amyloid can do.
Now I understand that we prefer these days not to use the word dementia, and we now have, we talk about memory loss and memory support units. Is that sort of becoming a global phenomenon that we don't refer to dementia anymore? It's short-term memory loss or memory support?
It's nice to call it something that's not so alarming. People, the word dementia sounds very condemning. You're heading for the garbage dump. If your brain's not working, no one's going to want to be with you. So memory loss might be a better way of talking about it. But whatever terms you're going to use, you want to be careful that your memory loss doesn't get accentuated, as I said. So you can call it memory loss rather than dementia, but you don't want to have memory loss. You want to limit the amount of memory loss is compromising your daily life. That's the most important thing, I think.
So to sum up, if you think you're starting to experience memory loss, we need to, there are tests available online that you're going to send us the link for. Plus, we need to look at our B vitamins, our omegas and fatty acids. Plus, we need to exercise and do some things with coordination, maybe languages. Does that sum it up pretty much?
It does, and that's a good summation there, Carol. So that's excellent. I did write a book a few years ago called The Wellness Guide to Preventing Aging, the Disease of Aging, and in the Wellness Guide, which I can give you a link for, there is a chapter there on preventing Alzheimer's. So it goes into all the things that can be done as in nutrients and exercise and diet and what we talked about, and hormones, how important hormones are to look after the brain, and special nutrients, the herbal nutrients and other things that people can take. So the Wellness Guide is a good summary of what you can do.
I did actually mention in your intro your guide, your wellness guide, so we'll make sure there's a link for that as well. So thanks so much, Michael.
Thanks very much for having me. I really enjoyed it. It's gone so quickly, and I loved this time that we spent together. It was really very enjoyable, so thank you.
Fitness. Get on your feet. Let's do it. Okay, everyone. Here we go. We're going to start with your toe and heel. That's all there is. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Put your toe down. Drop your heel. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. behind, step, tap, step behind, step, tap, step behind, step, tap, step behind, step, tap. That's it. You can make it bigger if you like. Or make it small. Step behind, step, tap, step behind, step, tap, step behind, step, tap. Okay. Now here, feet parallel, we're going to do calf raise. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up. If you're not too steady, you might like to put your hands on a chair. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. You can tell that my broken ankle's a lot better. There's no way I could have been doing this a few months ago. 4, 3, 2, and toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Coming forwards. And even. Up, 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 and back. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, toe, heel. And up. Yahoo! Welcome to the bucket list. On this show, we're always encouraging people to get out of the house, to get more active, to meet new people, try new things, and have some fun. And we've been desperate to go on a holiday, so we can do all of that through Great Getaways, fun, active camps for the over 55s. Today we chat to Jay Henderson from the Australian Camps Association about Great Getaways, camps designed especially for us more mature. Hi there, Jay. Welcome to Over 50 So What? Can't wait to have a chat to you.
Carol, lovely to be with you.
Well, I'm so excited. I'm always excited, but today I'm even more excited because we're at time of shooting today. We're still in lockdown, but we're just about to get out and everyone's excited about going on holiday. And you're going to tell us all about these amazing camps that you run with fun activities for the over 55. So can't wait to hear all about it.
Looking forward to it myself. So thanks for the opportunity. Really appreciate it, Carol.
Jay, tell us all about these Great Getaways. What do you do when you go to a Great Getaway camp?
Look, the Australian Camps Association commenced Great Getaways camp and day programs about 4 years ago after consulting respected professionals in the older adult sector, including people like your friend, Colleen Wilson Lord, and her husband, Brian, along with a range of others. And so out of the focus groups and various other things that were done, we've been running camps now for 4 years, weekends, midweek camps, and do all sorts of activities. So low-key, passive activities, but also adventure activities at accredited campsites in different parts of Victoria.
Now, we have to be clear, camping, do you have to sleep on the ground, on a sleeping bag? What sort of camps, might be a bit more challenging for us older ones sleeping on the ground. So can you tell us about the situation on your camps?
The Australian Camps Association accredited campsites are mainly, they're predominantly residential sites with a variety of different sorts of accommodation. So it could be bunk rooms, there could be rooms with en suites. So it's going to vary in terms of the size of the rooms, the number of people that you have to share with. We don't use top bunks for Great Getaways with older adults because of the difficulty that people would have in getting up and down from those sorts of things. But look, so they're residential campsites. So we're not expecting anyone to sleep on the ground or in a tent. But we do have campsite providers, and there's hundreds of them around Australia, that do offer in some of their programs the opportunity to sleep in a tent. So there could yet be a great getaway where people will sleep in a tent, Carol.
Oh, I'm excited about that as long as I bring my air mattress, all right? Now, can you tell us about the kinds of activities that you can expect to find on a camp?
It could vary from a range of things, as I said before, in terms of it could be low-key passive activities. We often start the day with a walk in and around the camp or outside the camp, depending upon the location. Do some gentle loosening, stretching, mobility exercises. But depending upon the campsite, we'll often do adventure activities that might vary from bushwalking, bike riding, archery, canoeing, perhaps even a low ropes course or a high ropes course. So each campsite is reasonably unique in the range of things that they offer within their environment. So a combination of active and passive. I can give you an example of a camp recently where 4 of the participants had quite a bit of experience around rock and roll. So the Saturday evening was a rock and roll session where people learnt some new moves and got them up and about.
So if someone, is a bit hesitant about going rock climbing or doing high ropes, because you do run those sorts of activities, people can opt in and opt out. How does it work?
Yes, so that's definitely the case. So we're not on about forcing people to do activities. We'd encourage them to come along, to sit and watch any activities that they're uncomfortable doing. And irrespective of the age of a camper, we call that challenge by choice. So you've got a choice about whether you want to participate or not. And so there would be no pressure put on people to do any of the activities, because we respect and recognise the range of interests and abilities that different people may have. Having said that, though, we're a really friendly community that will encourage and support people to join in to the limits of their comfort zone. So no pressure, no expectation, but often when you see other people having a go and perhaps they're way older than you are, it might be an encouragement for you to at least have a try.
Yeah, so the Great Getaways is designed for the over 55, so you obviously can go up to even maybe a 90-year-old might rock up.
Correct.
And once you get into that age group over 55, I don't think there's a single person that I know that hasn't got a knee problem, a hip problem, a foot problem, a back problem, a neck problem, so we've all got things we've got to work with. So how does the camp deal with our individual challenges?
Good question, Carol. So it's a bit similar to your previous question about adventure activities, in that we'll make adjustments for the varying fitness and mobility of different people. It's important that anybody going on a great getaway fills in an information form about themselves before they come, because staff, camp leaders and others really need to know about any issues that campers might have before they come along. Because if someone, for example, has problems with their back, hips, knee, then knowing that before the activity starts means that we can avoid them overextending and exerting themselves to the point where they have a further injury.
Now, what about someone like myself who's single on their own and they don't have any friends that can go with them, or the timing's not right for their friends? Can someone just come on their own?
Yeah, definitely. So we're a very supportive environment, and so anyone who comes on their own or is new to a great getaway, and sometimes that's a couple that have never been on one before, but anybody who comes and is new to a great getaway will be part of a meet and greet at the start of the program. They'll be well supported, and within a very short period of time, we're confident that they'll have made new friends to go beyond the camp after it's finished.
Excellent. Now I'm excited because we know that camps are starting in December 21. You've got a day camp and you've got a 4-day camp. What's the story around the COVID restrictions at the moment?
Yeah, good question. We've had, like most organisations and individuals, have had to postpone and reschedule programs, particularly in the last 6 months. But we're confident now that with restrictions starting to ease, we've got our 4-day program at Halls Gap in the Grampians starting on the 7th of December. And that's going to be fantastic, really well supported. We've got over 20 people signed up for that one already. And then the following week, we've got a day program scheduled out of Merricks and the Mornington Peninsula. So, I think there's a real desire for people to get out and about again, particularly after all of the lockdowns and restrictions. And the way we're structuring our programs around the COVID period is that if we have any health department or state government restrictions or lockdowns then that affect our programs, then we'll give a full refund or a credit for a future program. So people can rest assured that with all of the uncertainty that we've had, that going forward, you can sign up for one of these programs and not lose your money.
And for all those people watching from South Australia, if they're allowed into Victoria, they can come and camp with us, can't they?
Love to have South Australians come across the border and join us. The Grampians is actually close enough for them to do that. So, it'd be good to have some South Australians over here. The Grampians in December, Merricks and the Mornington Peninsula also in December. And then our website will list a whole lot of programs that we're planning for the first half of next year. People might be interested to know that we've recently had Great Getaways commence in Queensland, and the Australian Camps Association is really keen to actually roll out Great Getaways nationally. So watch this space.
Will do. Now, to finish off with, if someone's sitting at home in their couch, they've been, not going anywhere, and they're thinking about going to a camp, they're over 55, but they haven't been to a camp before, what would you say to that person sitting at home?
Give it a go. Try and find a friend or a buddy that'll sign up with you. But if not, just come along yourself. Get onto our website, look at the details, choose something that might meet their needs and interests. And I think take a bit of a risk, take a gamble, because what do they say? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I think it's important that all of us, mix and mingle, get out of home, get out of our suburb, and get into nature, Carol. I think you'd agree that time spent in the great outdoors just really helps our mental health. It gives us a great opportunity to meet new people, see new places, try new things, and get active. And most importantly, have fun.
Yes, thanks so much, Jay. Well, we're going to have lots of fun. I can't wait to come out to one of your camps and be involved, go in the fresh air. So thanks so much for coming on the show.
Absolute pleasure, Carol. Thanks again for the opportunity. Really appreciate it.
So, are you going to take some steps to prevent short-term memory loss? And have you written down Great Getaways? So you can start planning right now to have that camping holiday with people your own age. A whole new world is opening up and it's time to get out there, get amongst it. If you'd like more information on Dr. Michael Elstein or Great Getaways, just go to our website, carolohhalloran.com. Please join us on Facebook and YouTube. Over 50, so what? Send us all your ideas, your comments, your suggestions. Now, it's time to get out of the house, to get some fresh air, to get into nature, to be active, to meet some new friends. Now is the time. I'm Carol. This is Over 50, so what? Thanks for watching our TV show. Be sure to hit subscribe and then you'll never miss an episode. Jump on Facebook, join our group, get in on the fun, fitness, wellness and inspiration. I'm Carol, over 50, so what?